Hey friends, Sean from Draft Therapy here, and on today's review for you, I'm hoping that there won't be any sad clowns here. Laughing Clown is a 7% malt liquor from Oddside Ales in Grand Haven, Michigan. I'm a huge fan of craft malt liquor, as laughable as that is to say. I really enjoyed DKML from Founders, and the Dark Horse Old Nation collaboration for the German Hobo was really one of my favorite reviews of all time to film. I love to call these things time machines because it feels like anytime I drink one, I wake up several hours in the future with no idea how I got where I am. My love for craft malt liquors really started a couple years back when I went to the Oddside Tap Room in Grand Haven and had a Laughing Clown. I'm not sure how excited the collective Michigan beer consciousness is about this release, but I was just really excited to finally be able to bring it home and to give it a proper review. So let's briefly talk about the label here, and we'll see what this Laughing Clown has behind its back and see if it leaves me laughing or crying. It's really simple design here. The can is really simple. It's aluminum can like a lot of Oddside's can releases are, and on the front it's a purple label, nice and shiny, has a clown, big smile on his face, big laughing open mouth, and it says Oddside Ales presents Laughing Clown Premium Malt Liquor. And on the side here, Premium Malt Liquor, 12 fluid ounces, alcohol 7% by volume, Michigan 10-cent deposit, and brewed and canned by Oddside Ales in Grand Haven, Michigan. This one goes back to saying Oddside Ales. Like I mentioned in, I think it was Dynasty, it just said Oddside, so it was just kind of odd to me. So let's go ahead and going to use my Oddside Ales glass today. We're going to go ahead and crack this open. There's no date on this, as with typical Oddside stuff. Usually on the can holders it has a date, but this one doesn't. So let's go ahead and crack it open. I'm going to give it a nose right out of the can. Whoa! That smells like malt liquor. It smells like a lager, but really strong. Malt liquors are generally lager type beer. They have that Pilsner kind of taste and smell, but a little bit, usually a little bit clearer, cleaner. But let's give it a better smell here. Yeah, I'm just smelling malt liquor, and that kind of makes me happy. A little bit of me brightens up inside every time I smell malt liquor. So it pours nice and clean, nice and clear, really yellow out of the can. It's got about a half a finger's worth of head. It's kind of filling up there nicely. It's lingering well. It's evaporating around the edge fairly quickly, but a lot of nice carbonation streaming up from the top. I'm going to go ahead and give this a better smell, actually a better look. This is totally clear. This looks like a Pilsner or a lager to, maybe a lesser case. It's a little bit lighter than a lager. Lager is usually a little darker than this, a little bit more brown, but this is totally yellow. Looking through it, the light, it's totally transparent as I would expect. Yeah, big nose out of the glass, getting, again, a clean kind of Pilsner scent. You can kind of smell a little bit of the alcohol in it, but I think it's just my trained nose for malt liquors. So let's go ahead and give it a taste. Cheers. So it's got a nice, clean taste, flavor up front. It's really clean. Really crisp. Easy for me to say. It's got this kind of sweetness at the very beginning. You get kind of some of the corn that they use in there. The malts are nice and sweet. There's just a tiny tail of bitterness on the back end, which is typical for malt liquor in general. And then you can kind of get this little bit of a boozy bite on the very tail end. There's not a lot of hoppy bitterness, but it's just kind of like a bitterness, like an alcohol kind of bitterness in the back end. It doesn't weigh in as heavily as some of those others that I mentioned earlier. I think DKML was in the 12 or 13% range. I could be wrong on that. And I think the German Hobo was like 8 or 9%. This is a 7%. It's a little bit lighter than most malt liquors, that craft malt liquors, I guess. Michigan craft malt liquors, if we want to get even more specific. It's a little bit lighter than those, but it still has a really nice taste. For being as light as it is on a malt liquor, it still has a nice malt liquor taste to it. It's not a light beer by any means. It's 7%, still fairly dangerous. I love the taste of this. I love the taste of malt liquors. It's, this is the middle of July basically here, and it is hotter than Hades out there. So this is I think it's nice, refreshing and crisp. It's something that, after a long day of being out in the yard doing work, you could toss back one or two of these Laughing Clowns. And I'm really happy to say that, in my opinion, Laughing Clown continues to make me laugh. I didn't feel like a sad clown, one of those hobos with a bindle. I felt like a laughing clown. I'm maybe not as laughing as hard as this guy on the can, but I'm laughing at Laughing Clown nonetheless. All right, friends, that is Laughing Clown from Oddside. How do you feel about craft malt liquors? And are there any out there that I should be on the lookout for, either Michigan or, outside of the state? Let me know in the comments down below this video. And while you're down there, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like seeing Michigan beer content, because I'm doing this twice a week for free for viewers just like you. You can also find links to my social media, my merch, Amazon links to some of the gear that I use in these videos, and a link to my blog at drafttherapy.com. So until next time, I'm Sean from Draft Therapy. Remember, drink craft beer, support your local breweries, and don't forget to treat yourself to a little draft therapy. Thanks for watching. Cheers.